And good morning. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division Resurgence video. That's right, we are talking about the Division mobile game that is coming to, I guess, everyone next year, I'm assuming, right? Well, we just got some new news today from the official Division Resurgence page on Twitter about the upcoming test. We have dates, we have more information, and we have a blog post, so let's jump into it. Don't forget to sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's jump into this, shall we? Now, all of this news and information is on my Twitter page, so if you haven't already, follow me at Kamikazevondoom on Twitter, and I post everything Division Universe related, whether it be about Division 1, 2, Heartland, or even the Division Resurgence. Now, let's jump into the goodies. So I woke up this morning and we saw a few posts. So before we jump into it, let's go ahead and slide over to what they tweeted. So this is from yesterday from the Division Resurgence. Now you can follow them at the Div Mobile on Twitter. This is where we are getting all of our official information, details, news, upcoming dates, testing, what have you, from this page. Now they tweeted out yesterday, as we're approaching the next test, the list of compatible phones have been updated on the Play Store. Now, if you are getting a message that is saying that your phone is not compatible, note that you are still pre-registered. So even if it says that the device you are using to look it up is not compatible with this game, you are still pre-registered, so you might be able to still test it with a different device. Now, they said that they have updated the list of compatible phones, so they are still, refreshing this and adding to the list. So don't worry, you're not going to need a brand new iPhone 26 Pro X Max, holy crap edition. They're testing each of these platforms, and then they're adding it to the list of compatible platforms to use. So they have to test it, they have to make sure it works, and then they update it, and then they move on to the next. It's looking like once they go over all of the mobile devices and everything, then they're going to release it. So the game seems to be good. Everything I've heard and seen from the earlier playtest back in July, everything looked crisp, clean, and perfect. But we'll see. We'll see. So this isn't all they said. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So then they said, if you're not pre-registered and can't see the game in the Play Store, it's simply that you do not have a compatible device. Don't worry. Once the test is over, you are able to pre-register again. So say that you pre-register for a testing, and then it says you're not compatible. Well, once that testing is over, you can re-register with a new device or a new whatever and see if that's compatible. Okay. And then they're saying down here, we had a user, Richard, said, I think it's time for the devs to stop this practice of selecting phones for tests. Can someone please explain why they do that? And then the Division Resurgence did. They said, we want to make sure that we offer players the best possible experience. This also helps us collect bugs that we don't know about while collecting valuable feedback on the core game experience. Does this answer your question? And then let's move on. So then that was yesterday, and everyone's like, whoa, upcoming testing. What are they doing? What's going on here? Well, they spilled the beans this morning. Here it is. So our next set of testing is going to be December 8th to December 22nd. So that is in 1 week, December 8th to the 22nd. So we're going to have 2 weeks of testing exactly, starting a week from today. So next Thursday for 2 weeks, we will have live testing for the Division Resurgence. So make sure that you have, your emails and all that information updated. That way, whenever they do select you and you get a game code, that you get it right away. Make sure you're checking your spam folders. Make sure you check everything. You don't want to miss these testing cycles. Now, let's read what they wrote. Get ready for the next live test coming from December 8th to December 22nd. Read all about it in our blog post, and I have the blog post up right now. But a community member called Maverick CW, he's a part of the Division community and has been for several years now. He responded with a quote from them earlier this year saying that the live test will be available for players in European regions at first, and then more regions will be added later. However, this test seems to be Europe only again. So they said this, quote, they said this in July, and now it's December, and they're doing European only again. So they answered why. So they said, for the moment, this is correct. It may change depending on our test needs. And then we look in here, and then they're talking about how they want to get some content from players. Yeah. Gotcha. So basically, what's being said here is the new testing cycle that is coming next week is going to be for European servers again only. So if you're a part of the North American servers or Asia servers, what have you, I'm sorry for you, but it's going to be Europe only again. Now, we're not sure why. Maybe it's because there's a whole bunch of different cell companies and devices out there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see why. However, let's look at the blog post that talks all about it. Here we go. So this is on the actual Ubisoft.com, and this is everything for the Division Resurgence. Here we go. So live testing coming December 8th to the 22nd. And here we go. Hello, Agent. We are delighted to announce that our next live test for the Division Resurgence will take place December 8th to December 22nd on Android devices. So that answers your question right there. What kind of devices? Well, it's not going to be Apple. It's going to be Android. Next up, it says this is an opportunity for a select few of you to test the game firsthand and help us gather feedback about what works and what needs improvement in the first Tom Clancy's The Division game coming to mobile devices. In the first. I like how they put that there because that makes it open-ended. It could have, sequels or what have you. Now, here are a few Q&As. So, frequently asked questions. How can I play the live test? The upcoming live test in the Division Resurgence will allow players to experience a big part of the Resurgence promise. Whether it's enjoying the story or taking part in the many open-world activities waiting for you in New York City, there are plenty of ways for you to enjoy the game as a solo player or part of a team. If you are looking for a bigger challenge, the different PvP modes will enable you to test your skills against other deadly agents in an action-packed conflict mode or the dreaded Dark Zone PvPvE mode. Now remember, just a reminder, the Dark Zone is going to be a timed thing, I believe they said, like 15 or 20 minutes. And conflict, they did say that there will be skirmish and domination right out the gates. So does this mean you'll be able to live test the PvP in this testing cycle? It's looking like you will, yes. And yeah, we're getting more confirmation right here. The Dark Zone comes to mobile. The Dark Zone of New York City, aka the DZ, is an area of Manhattan that has been quarantined and locked down due to high levels of contamination and has become a veritable no man's land. Ooh, that's a new word. Veritable. All right. Learn something new every day. Overrun by hostile factions and ferocious enemies, governmental groups were unable to maintain control there and have left behind lots of hardware and gear, making these streets great potential sources of high-end loot. Within the Dark Zone, you will face many enemies, all deadlier than the other, but possibly the biggest threat could be other players, turning rogue and trying to take your loot from you. The upcoming live test. Oh man, this is getting exciting. The upcoming live test will be your first opportunity to test your skills in the Dark Zone. You can read all about it in our dedicated Dark Zone blog post here. I'll just put that up there just so it loads while we're talking about it. And then it says, will there be an NDA? No. The live test will not require players to agree to an NDA. Ooh. Okay. As a player, you are free to capture and share all experiences within the Division Resurgence online through videos and screen captures. Make sure to add hashtag the Division Resurgence when sharing. All right, right now, anyone watching this, if you're in the European region and you are playing the Division Resurgence, I implore you, please send me all clips, all screenshots, everything you can in the Division Resurgence. This is saying right here, no NDA. There is no NDA. So send me everything you can and everything you see in the Division Resurgence. Now, I couldn't say that back in July because there was an NDA. Now, cough, cough, wink, wink, it looked amazing. I'm not going to say anything more on that. However, this time around, no holds bar, no NDA. Just send me everything you got. Let's talk about it. Let's see exactly what the Division Resurgence has to offer. This is going to be amazing. So all my European friends on Android devices, if you are testing the Division Resurgence and you want to help out a brother, hook me up, man. Send me something on Discord, Twitter, what have you, and we can make it happen. I'll make a video and give you a nice little shout out. Next up, we have how do I register and play the live test? The live test will take place December 8th to the 22nd. I think I've said it about 15 times in this video. Register now for a chance to play. So if you haven't registered already and you are in the European region and you have an Android device, I would register right meow. Yeah, that's right. Meow. Am I a cat? Meow. If you have previously registered for the closed alpha, then you are already registered for the playtest and don't have to register again. Select users will receive an email to preload the game. The live test will be available for players in Europe at first. More regions will be added later. And that's where Maverick already jumped the gun and was talking to them on Twitter about it. I'm assuming that Maverick already read this and then was like, yo, why does it say European first again? And it's because they're still testing their European devices. And then it says, do I need a Ubisoft Connect account to play the Division Resurgence? They say you do not need a Ubisoft Play account. However, we recommend logging into an account to help with the feedback gathering and possible consistency with subsequent testing phases. Create or log into your account here. So basically, no, you don't need an account to test. However, for them to get feedback and adequate data, they want you to register. And it says here, what locations, platforms, and devices will be included in the live test? Before I even read this, from what they said Android and they said European. Let's see what they say. The Division Resurgence live test will be available for players in the select European regions at first. More regions will be added later. While this live test will take place on Android only, we aim to host future live tests on both Android and iOS in the first half. Holy shit. In the first half of 2023. Oh, okay. Damn, dude. So that means we're not even looking for a release anytime soon for Resurgence. I mean, we're looking at the last half of next year, if not 2024. Crap, dude. So 2023 might be the year of Heartland, and 2024 might be the year of Resurgence. Okay, let's keep going. As in our previous test, we are limiting access to the game to a specific list of compatible devices to gather the most relevant feedback and to ensure the best experience possible for players. To see if your device is compatible, click right here. So if you're in the European region and you have an Android device, click right there and see if you're compatible. Make sure you're registered, and you should be good to go. Now it says, will players from the closed alpha be invited? Yes. We value the continued support of our players and want to extend their participation from the previous closed alpha into the live test. So again, this is not going to be a closed test. This will be a live test. So if you are playing this live, you can record everything. You can show everything. So again, as soon as this goes live next week, make sure you capture everything you can within this test and show people. Everyone's going to be biting at the bit, looking for some sort of information from the Division Resurgence. Now it says, will my progression carry over from the live test when the game launches? The Division Resurgence is currently in its beta phase to enable us to test and improve many aspects of the game. During this time, we hope to gain valuable information that will enable us to improve the player's experience within the game for the future. Parts of the game's current design decisions may shift based on the provided feedback. As such, character progression gained during the live test will be cleared at the end of the test. So no, you do not get to keep anything you get from testing. This is purely just for testing. Same with the PTS in the Division 2, the Division 1. Same with what they're doing in Division Heartland. Once you're testing it and the test is over, that's it. It's over. It's wiped clean. And if you get to test again, boom, you're in it again, and there you go. But after that test, it will be wiped clean again. And then finally, it says, where can I share feedback, ask questions, and find out what's coming to the Division Resurgence? During the live test, players will be able to get in touch to share feedback and ask questions on Twitter at the Div Mobile, the dedicated Discord server, as well as in a survey where they can provide feedback on their experiences with Resurgence. Come and chat with us, share your feedback, and find out what we have in store for you at twitter.com/thedivisionmobile. And there you have it. There you have it. This is actually very exciting. So in 1 week, we're going to have a crap ton of stuff to look at and dissect within the Division Resurgence. This is going to be quite amazing. I'm going to be reaching out to my European friends today. I'll be like, yo, bro, next week, you better clear out that schedule. December 8th is the day. All right. Well, so that was that. So next week on December 8th, they will start their test. It's going to be on Android only, and it's going to be on the European servers. Now, this is about the Dark Zone. They wrote this back in September. We've already read it. But it is a cool picture, though. All right. And we're going to be able to see the Dark Zone and everything in 1 week. That is super exciting. So again, if you are an Android user in a European region, please make sure you register for this playtest, because this live playtest, you will be able to capture everything, share everything, and yeah, enjoy it. This is going to be really fun. Seeing the new Dark Zone and all that, oh man, this is going to be legit. But again, for all this information and more, as soon as it happens, make sure you follow me at Kamikazevondoom on Twitter. I post everything as soon as it goes down. I mean, before this making the video, I posted this, 2 hours ago? So, I mean, you'll get it a little bit ahead of my YouTube videos. But yeah, so hit me up on Twitter. And as always, hit that like, subscribe on YouTube, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a good one. I mean, this is exciting. This is exciting. So I'm going to be doing some build videos later today, maybe do a few build shorts. Everything global event is Golden Bullet right now, and it's live. It's amazing. Now, just a reminder for some numbers. I know a lot of people like numbers. We are just about to hit 4,800 followers on Twitter. We just hit over 58,000 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you for that. And we also just hit over 15 million views on YouTube as well. So again, thank you for the ongoing support. I am Kamikazevondoom. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, everyone. Peace.